So, it's time to do that tier list, eh? Greetings, and welcome to DreamWorks, a DreamWorks podcast, and Dickie is back.
I'm back! Yay!
In the guest spot, of course. He's joining us.
Back from the great out west.
Yeah, he's joining us for a fun tier list extravaganza, as it says on my phone calendar. For those of you new to Slate, I'm Jared. On my right here, all the way over there, is Jake. We're the mainstays, and of course, Alita over here, who helps us out with DreamWorks and Pixar, and Dickie, one of our old co-hosts.
Started it all off back in the day.
Yep. So we're having the big crossover episode, and we are going to take all the DreamWorks movies. At this point, there are 49, and we're going to put them into a tier list. We used to have a ranking, and after some thought, and after we did a Marvel series where we did a tier list instead of a ranking, we decided let's turn it into tier lists for this series, and then next week we will do the Pixar. You'll see us do the Pixar one. It's S to D, just like the Marvel one. You'll see it on your screen here in a second whenever I decide to throw it in. And we haven't seen most of these movies in a while.
It's been a minute.
So while this won't be the most accurate thing, we're gonna do our best. And we do have resources of where we put them last time, if we so choose to look at.
Looking at it right, nope, that's not DreamWorks.
No, that's not.
No.
That's like the third time that's happened while we
And
do
that's
this.
not even updated, because we've had one since.
Yeah.
I don't even remember where we put it. Anyway, so anyone have anything to say before we get into the DreamWorks catalog?
Call me Taylor Swift, because this is going to be a teardrop on my guitar.
Wow.
I regret many life decisions.
I forgot that this used to... Alita, you've not been here.
It all started. I took my phone out. I had an apostrophe, and I texted a certain someone, "Hey, when are you in the state next?" No, strike that. All started when I started working somewhere, and I'm sweeping up, and who walks into this giddy little face and says, "Hi!" That's where it all started. August 9th of 2017.
Wow, that was 8 years ago.
Almost 10 years ago,
You
and
got
my life has never been
the time, too?
It's probably, I'm going to say, like 2 in the afternoon.
p.m.
I wonder
because
how close
he
you
was
actually
late.
are. You eat a bad sandwich the day before?
I don't know what you're talking about. That was a top tier joke.
I haven't even brought that up in a long time.
Top tier joke.
Yeah, listen, you missed a shift for eating a bad sandwich.
Yeah.
You wrenched your ankle and were hurt for weeks because...
Took a sock off.
In bed.
I never claimed to be coordinated. I never said that.
And the story is, this sock goes on, "Oh, let me get that." And he, just reached straight back, bye-bye birdie. What's the story? Morning glory? You got your feet kicking. So he just reached back and yanks it off. Instead of just, sitting up like a normal person, he just yanks and he wrenches.
I also never claimed to be a normal
I was
person.
watching from outside his window.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew I saw you out there.
Yeah, so that's how I knew. Oh, that was so funny. But you were on the second floor at that point, so you heard a big crash. That wasn't a neighborhood cat. I fell
that was you.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, because anyway.
All that from one good Taylor Swift joke. Okay.
Yes, we've missed you.
Thank you.
I'm sure our
listeners
listeners have missed you.
I hope so.
After this, they might not miss you anymore.
They might be reminded.
All right. If you haven't already, future Jared, throw that tier list footage on there, and I'm going to wiggle ants here to let you know that's where we're starting, because I didn't do that last time, and that took an hour to line up.
We're starting off with number 1.
Yeah. So, ants. Our very first episode back in 2021 in June. So,
God, 4 years ago.
Who wants to start a little brief talk about ants?
I just want to say I kind of have some respect for this movie just because it's made out of pure spite.
Yeah, it is. It was just a tour de force of what he wanted, and he made it this way on purpose.
I mean, the real first movie is gonna come up next, but I feel like this was just like kind of a middle finger to a certain other animation company.
But the funnier thing from everything I've heard is he left because they didn't give him that position where he'd be like the next Disney. And then I think it was either Eisner or someone else was like, he didn't ask. I go, that's really funny. He didn't say anything. So it is from all accounts, I hear a pretty petty person. So man after
you can
my
tell.
own heart.
No, really? You can kind of tell. With
made out of spite.
Yeah, honestly, the best movies are made out of spite. If you have a strong opinion of what you want this movie to say and be, it usually is going to turn out better for that. I really feel like that.
Yeah.
A loaded cast too, because
it really is.
Aladdin started it with Robin Williams, and then Toy Story had big instead of just voice actors, big named actors doing voice parts, and now this one and it's weird to have Woody Allen as the main character. It really is.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of Woody Allen movies, and it's like that is such an interesting choice, not only for a kids animated movie, but your first. But it wasn't supposed to be, right? It wasn't Prince of Egypt supposed to be first.
Yeah.
And then they pushed this. And they came out the same year.
Right,
because
it was supposed to be,
something.
This is obviously better than Prince of Egypt, but we'll get to that.
Oh, dear.
There are choices I have made in my life that I am regretting. Anyway.
I don't really like the main character of Ants. He's kind of a creep.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is.
And we don't have to talk too much on some of these ones that we don't want to, because I think I know where to put this one, because I don't think it's bad.
I think this is somewhere around the middle.
I was going to say B or C.
Somewhere around the middle.
I was going to say C.
Yeah.
Because when you
C.
compare it to its Pixar counterpart on animation, it's like, it's nowhere near Bug's Life's look. And Bug's Life has its dated parts, but Bug's Life still is solid.
Yeah.
That's next week when we'll talk about that more. But I'm feeling a solid C for
C
Ant.
I'd be okay.
With C? Yeah, I'll be at the very upper echelon of C, maybe touching B, but yeah, I'm down with C. I like it.
Do you see another tier called upper echelon C / lower echelon B?
No.
So we're C.
I'll give it C.
This is great. I'm glad you're here now.
I miss this. Oh, I miss you
how we
guys.
bounce back and forth between I regret this, I love this. I regret this, I love this.
What can I say? I'm a complicated person.
Oh, jeez.
I heard a big crack in my neck. I go, I thought that was just Dickie, but I guess it was my body.
I do
Dickie.
tend.
It's just getting exacerbated because he's closer now.
I was say I do tend to be a pain in your neck, so.
That was the joke. Here he is. He's spelling out the joke I told. Goodbye, subtlety! I shouldn't yell. My voice is struggling. Okay. The next one, everyone knows where I want it.
S.
S.
Are you saying we're on Prince of Egypt?
Yeah.
It's S.
Okay.
Okay.
Good, because last time we talked about this movie, I
For
almost
like
killed
45
you.
minutes.
Listen, sometimes it's just fun to annoy Jared. It is one of my greatest life pleasures is to
It
annoy
is
It's hard
true.
to
It's fun.
ignore
You think
deny
it's so
that.
funny. Oh, let's make fun of Jared. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Do this,
It's
Jared.
because
Do
he's
my
big.
taxes, Jared. So, no,
I would
that one,
never
not
trust
on,
you
not
to
on
do
the
my
podcast.
taxes, bro.
No, I don't
not
want
at
to do
all.
your taxes. I don't want to do my own taxes.
I don't want you to do anyone's taxes.
Thank you. Okay, pretty easy. We're not talking what's best because it's going to be chronological. This is my favorite and
It's
my
mine. I put it
It is
on
just
my
the
own
best
tier
one.
list,
It's one of
too.
the best, most well-rounded movies that they've made.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it's one of the best animated movies ever.
Period. Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, I need to watch it again. I bought the 4K a couple months ago.
Nice.
Not that I can watch the 4K copy, but like I didn't have it on Blu-ray, so and it's so I go, why not? So I need to watch that again. I saw it in the
good.
theater around the time we
in theaters?
we covered it, and like a couple weeks later it had a re-release because nothing was out, and I'm
Nice.
watching it. I'm like, this is so good.
Nice.
All right, The Road to El Dorado. This is a tricky one.
This is tricky.
tricky
This
one.
is
because I love it and you love it. Do you like it?
I like it.
And I know you're in. Not
It's fine.
indifferent. Yeah.
I like most of it. I don't
I
know
think-
if I love the ending as much.
So-
the ending kind of falls
It's-
flat for me.
Go ahead, Jake. Sorry.
I think it's A.
You do. Think
I
that-
first
I
went
do
to
think it's
A.
A.
I was gonna.
I think it's fun enough to elevate
There's
it.
enough charm for it to be an A. I'd be okay
And
with it there.
the memes that have come out of it are just...
It's gold. It's absolute gold.
Honestly, the dynamic.
I get it.
You like that joke?
Yeah.
You like that joke?
Yeah, I actually do. What
Thank
were you
you.
saying?
The dynamic between the two main characters is probably what brings it up there for me.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I was going to say
In the music.
B because nostalgia blinds me on this one. Because I recognize its faults.
Yeah.
But if we're going by the DreamWorks catalog,
Yeah.
A does make sense. And I'm for that. I was making sure I wasn't just going and saying, I love this, so I'm putting it here.
Yeah. No, I'd be okay with that.
I genuinely think
then.
it's A.
Yeah.
Good.
There are other ones here that I would rather have lower than it.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes.
Real quick, I want to share that. I had to download all these images. I couldn't find a good list
Oh, I
that
found
would
one.
stay. That would stay, because I realized after you get the picture, if it's not your own, you have to redo it. Because we're going to come back to this for when we cover Bad Guys 2.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
I need this to stay, and it has to be my own one. And someone out there listening's like, well, why don't you just do this? I don't know. I spent 2 hours trying to figure out the stupid site. But I downloaded every single one. I put them in order by a number, so they were chronological. So when I uploaded them onto the list, they'd be in order. They weren't in order. I had to put them in order.
Jared gets a bit intimidated by technology.
Yes.
That's a polite way to put it.
Speaking of intimidation, the next one is Chicken Run.
Ooh.
This is
Chicken
one,
Run is...
This is one I really like. I have a lot of nostalgia. We had it real low, and we ended up bumping it up.
I think this... Yeah.
But I would be fine, as much as I love Aardman, I would be fine with a B.
That's what
I
was
was
thinking.
between A and B. I genuinely am.
I don't think it's an A. I think it's a B. Mostly
think
because
so?
the humor doesn't click with me. And other Aardman ones I think are A's, but not S's.
It's because I just watched the most newest Wallace and Gromit.
Vengeance most foul.
A good time. And so, like, I think I have that animation. It's held up high in my head right now because I just watched that.
Claymation is always impressive, no matter
It
what,
is.
So.
I'm
It
more
also
towards
gets
A.
points docked for having Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
You can't dock it that much for having him, though, because back in the
I'm
day...
not docking it that much.
Oh, okay.
I can't, part of it for me is that it's a lie revealed story, which are always
Yeah.
kind of a hard to watch through, especially like when it's revealed, you know. So
But it has the best wordplay out of any of these movies.
what?
It's when there's a will, there's a way. Yes, and I will be going that way.
It's a good line.
5-year-old me was like, oh, that's so funny. I think we mentioned that in the episode.
I think
4
we
years
absolutely
ago.
mentioned that.
So
you
I'm-
would love
so-
that.
I'm leaning more towards A. I think I am.
I
don't know.
I'd go
I
B
don't know.
because I
I'm
think there is.
B.
You think B?
I think B.
I think El Dorado is better than it.
That's
a
that's
whole.
a strong point,
Don't
though.
compare it too much. It's more, you know what I'm trying to say. But
fair.
I will do that. But just, I think there is at least one Aardman, because there's 3 Aardman on here. One of the other 2, I think is A that we'll get to that is better than this, and it's not Wallace and Gromit, which is also
Gee,
good.
I wonder what one it is
It's
then.
the other one.
I thought you were going to put that in S tier, just straight out.
Honestly, that's close, but yeah, no. All right, I'm with
so
you. on
Chicken
that.
Run
Let's do
B.
B.
Let's do
Yeah.
B.
B for baked.
Chicken? Baked
pie?
chicken?
Yeah.
In a
Sounds
pie.
delicious.
I could go for the baked chicken.
All right. Here we go.
What are we on?
Oh, no.
Go ahead and say it.
Oh, is it time?
Uh,
It's Shrek, baby. Okay, come on. It's the first letter of Shrek. It's the first letter,
Oh,
so
no,
it has
no,
to
no,
be
no,
it.
no.
Yes.
Nuh-uh.
Shrek is S.
A.
Yes, it is.
A.
Shrek is ass.
I knew he wasn't a Shrekkie. It wasn't a Shrekkie.
Fraud, charlatan, swindler, mountebank.
Shrek's got a booty though. Come on, he's got a booty. He's got a good booty.
He's got a white person booty.
It's not a bad booty. It's a pretty good booty.
Dickie, have you seen
way too
the
much
teaser for Shrek 5?
I was gonna say. have
Oh,
you
I
seen
am
that?
very disappointed.
What? Okay.
Why?
Here,
Okay,
here we go.
Diversion.
Here we go.
Are we really?
Okay.
Are we
Yeah,
really
we're
diverting into
diverting
this?
here.
Okay, we're doing this. This is topical as of recording this. And what? You're actually mad at that? What are you
Yes.
mad about? Let's get this out right now.
I'm mad with the way that they look. I am mad with the way they animated
Why
them.
do they?
Yes.
They don't look at it. They look like
They
the
look,
trolls.
they look more detailed, but nothing
I-
other than
It's an
that.
updated version. That was
but-
going to happen.
and I know, but-
we haven't seen them in 15 years.
You weren't dying laughing, looking at watching him look at his own memes.
I really wasn't. No. And don't get me
That
wrong.
was cringy.
I still have high
That's
hopes.
the point of it.
That's Shrek.
But I
And
feel
also-
like it's leaning too much into it.
That's all Shrek is, like the first one. And the second one, when they go to the
know,
that's all
There's
it is.
literally a Matrix reference in Shrek.
I know, but it's never like, I don't know. It feels different when it's like actually referencing like actual like memes and stuff that people.
That's kind of where I'm in the boat because like I feel like Shrek has always been referential humor, but it's
referential to itself. It feels more like.
And Shrek is more referential. Like the first two ones have been more referential to pop culture, to like things that are happening like outside of it, rather than its own memes. And don't get me wrong, it could still turn out very well. This is a 5-second teaser. All right, I'm overhyping.
But you're pissed.
I'm not pissed.
Well,
Okay.
He said he was disappointed.
Same thing in his mind.
That is absolutely not the same thing. I am mildly disappointed because it felt like
he wanted it to be the same.
No. I did not want it to be the same. That is not what I wanted. What I want is for them to understand that people fell in love with Shrek because when they first made that movie, they did not put that much time. They did not craft it as highly as they thought. You guys know that Shrek was the movie that they sent animators. Well, they sent animators to when they weren't performing well on Prince of Egypt, I believe. And so
okay, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah. And so the fact that it was always kind of made kind of half-handedly, it just felt like they were trying too hard with this. And I know I'm overreacting. It's 5 seconds. But that's at least my first thoughts.
So what are we doing with the first Shrek? Because
I
don't think it's
S.
I think it's A.
S.
Because I think
S.
as
okay,
you can have two movies in a franchise in the same tier. But I think there is a quality difference between this and the second one.
So really quick, if this is major, if I concede to A, Shrek 2 is S.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's the whole thing. Is I think they're two separate because one is a good start. And the second one is like the best version of what they're going for because they had the bigger budget.
Yep. I mean, I'm obviously outnumbered here, but okay, I will concede. I believe it's S.
Spot.
It is a good.
The internet.
I think it's good.
Yeah,
I still think it's good.
If you watched our Marvel tier list, there are people who already hate us. They're like, because we put Civil War in B.
You put
Winter
Civil
you would
War
hate to hear
in
what
B?
Yeah,
I honestly didn't like
Civil.
Civil.
They're two of the most
Hot
boring
take. I
ones.
didn't like Civil War.
They're not the worst ones. Oh, there's plenty.
There's much worse.
I think it's just middle.
Mid,
as the kids say.
I don't even think the kids say mid anymore.
No, buddy, that's
mid as the
kids
millennials.
That's like a year and a half ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, putting it
I
in
don't
A.
like Civil War.
I'll take A.
I don't.
I didn't really care for it.
I cared for it the first time I watched it, but then
my parents and I, when we were trying to watch like the Marvel stuff, we tried watching it and we got so lost within like the first few minutes, and we just turned it off.
Lost is on. Sorry, have it.
Okay, anyways.
Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron.
I think it would be S if it wasn't for the voiceover.
Really? You weren't that high?
And what's the other big thing? Yeah, I know he loves it, but
I love it, but I'm not putting it at S tier. I don't think.
I would argue B because it is a good movie.
I was going.
And I
B
like
too.
it. It's got two glaring issues. Kat, if you're watching or listening, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry that I know you love the music.
The music is banging.
I think it's a flaw.
I disagree.
I think it's fine, but
so
not
that's
great.
why I say B. It's a good movie. I like that movie. I grew up with that movie. Mm-hmm. Him beating up that guy trying to brand him, funny.
Oh, yeah.
Horse falling over the waterfall, scary. Mm-hmm. Them jumping over the gorge, woo! That's.
And Jake's
cinema.
wife loves this movie.
I was gonna say I have to.
I don't know. Is it B or A?
I think it's A.
You think it's A?
You think about the way they composite the 3D sort of effect
That's what I'm
it.
thinking. Like that paint,
honestly,
like the animation itself.
The way that it does
is
it,
gorgeous.
it outshines Matt Damon.
It's so hilarious that it's
And Brian
Adams. Brian Adams. Yeah.
I can kind of deal with Brian Adams and Matt Damon for just.
Yeah. We'll say it this way.
I think
Canada's cool. Not everything they have is cool. Okay, I concede. A?
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Let's do A.
All right. Now this one I love, and it's not going to be A.
What you got next?
Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas. I'm going to argue for B because it's got one of the
So,
best endings in this
I kind of
catalog.
want to argue for C.
C?
Oh, I was going to lean towards B.
It
don't
didn't
know.
click with
I
me.
don't remember much
You know that we've had this discussion 20 times since the episode about it.
So what is the critique? That's a personal thing.
It just doesn't.
Why doesn't it click? Yeah, what is the...
One, the 3D animation is not great.
Yes.
If you talk about Spirit is elevated because of the way that they did it, it has to... It's just not good.
That's a...
El Dorado has
Jake,
that too.
I think you
There's
swung...
less of it.
Yeah.
Jake, I
think
think you're swinging my vote.
I think it is a swashbuckling adventure. It's a lot of fun. I just don't think it's as good as... Ugh.
There's certain aspects of it that I get why, like, it's kind of up there. Like, yeah, like you said, the ending. I'm trying to... I remember. If I remember the ending correctly.
It's a very entertaining story,
it's
too.
Like, it seems like he doesn't come back, right? Or something like that.
He turns himself in.
Yeah.
Like, he takes the right path and actually is going to go through with it. And then he ends up winning because he made the right choice. Because remember... it's Angelina Jolie, right?
Right, because there was that guy that was like taking his place, like while he left, right? And so
his friend, who's the prince, was gonna die, so he does come back. They go to get the thing, and they don't get it, and he can just run away, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
He chooses, and he doesn't have to go back, and he does. I think it's one of the strongest endings in the whole catalog. It's really fun, and the chemistry between him and Catherine Zeta-Jones' character, I can't remember characters right now, is really good.
The only thing that I keep bouncing back and forth between is what is of higher priority. The animation quality, like that weird blending you get, or the story itself.
That's when you get into the school of is Hoodwinked good. Hoodwinked story and writing is
Hoodwinked
great.
is good.
Hoodwinked animation is not.
It is.
So then it tells you
But
if Hoodwink's
I
animation was really good and the story sucked, we probably would not like it.
But
We'd say it looks nice.
Here's
and
the
if
thing.
you flip it.
Here's the thing about Hoodwinked, at least, so just to argue for that movie, is I think the crappy animation is kind of on purpose, and I think that lends itself to the story. Whereas I think in Sinbad, I don't think the iffy compositing and animation style really lends itself to the enjoyment.
I think they were trying to push Sinbad further than its legs could carry it, and I think it shows.
Yeah. God, I'm right between B and C.
I'd say B, though. I don't think it detracts too much. It's not S or A easily.
I just don't think it's that memorable.
It's not. It's absolutely not.
I don't remember
Is
that
there a
much
point
about
where he has two swords?
I can't remember.
See, I don't remember
that's the thing. There's not a lot to remember about that.
Were
There's
there any
certain things
songs?
that are memorable. No, I don't think so.
Well, guys, wait. It takes place on the high seas. It's a sea.
Okay.
But they're in a boat. B.
I just don't think it's memorable.
But they're fighting a demigod. D.
My vote is
chaotic.
I know another word that starts with B. I'm not saying that the one that starts with C. I'm going to say the one that starts with B. I think it's a B because we're going to get some in C that are way worse.
My vote is C.
I'm still saying C.
Kind of C,
I'm
too.
outnumbered. You're all wrong.
That's okay. We're going to have another fight.
I'm sure we're going to have plenty of arguments.
Well, we already said Shrek 2 is S.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just put that up there.
Shrek 2 is easy.
I mean, even just for the I Need a Hero scene alone.
Oh my gosh.
That alone kind of...
It's so good.
It's better than the original version.
It is.
There's so much about Shrek 2 that I forgot happened when we watched it again.
Like the OJ joke? Come on, that's hilarious.
They made him a white Bronco for that one joke, and it's so funny.
It's so good.
The whole bit about Doggy becoming a horse and Shrek becoming a person. Like, I just completely forgot that.
A stallion, baby.
Antonio Banderas is in it. It's
just really fun.
It is.
The first, what did we say in the episode? The first 20-25 minutes. It's just great scene after great scene, and you can't keep that the whole time. But it's such a solid start. It's funny.
It is near perfect as you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so next, boy,
what do we got?
We have Shark Tale.
Oh,
that has to be D, right?
See, one of us sitting here loves it.
It's
not me.
stupid
it's not you,
entertaining.
and it's not Jake.
It is so dumb,
Although
but so much fun.
But it's objectively a bad movie, right? So I feel like going in D
Nothing is
makes
objectively bad movies, but
no, we're not starting this again. We're not starting this again.
As a quick history lesson for the podcast for Alita here, Dickie doesn't look at movies objectively,
can't,
which is a clear
because it's art.
conundrum
I mean, to
for
be
him.
fair, I don't know a lot about movies. I have not studied movies like Jake and Jared have. So
Watch our
art.
Boss Baby episode again.
Art is not
It's an
objective.
hour
That was the
yelling
best
at it.
episode.
That was the best episode.
Art is not objective.
It's like
Anyway.
70 minutes long of us just ripping into him and him
Trying and then saying, I got something in my back pocket. What? I don't remember what you said even.
That was so long ago. I have no clue what you're even talking about.
You said something, I have something in my back pocket, and then it was like...
It was nothing, because I don't remember what it was.
It was like something that I had said 20 minutes ago.
Your memories are also better than mine is, so I got nothing for you.
Shark Tale is a D.
yeah.
D for down the drain.
Listen, I know it's
Down
dumb.
the
I know
deep
it's stupid, but it's fun. I can't argue against D. It's not.
It's
It
ugly.
does-
It's so ugly looking.
Because like, what's in
ugly.
C right now? What do we got there?
Ants and Sinbad.
It does have Martin Scorsese fish.
It does.
And it has Luca the octopus. Hey, boss, big butts.
Yeah, it's D tier.
After Lenny's reveal, everyone's like, oh, and then, hey, boss, look, it's Lenny. But we didn't recognize him because he was wearing a disguise. That was, when we watched it those years ago, that was like the only part that was making me die laughing was whenever he opened his mouth. All the other characters was kind of like, yeah, I remember this, but that, oh my goodness. But that's a personal preference. All right, Madagascar.
The first one.
I will say C because it's 2/3 good, and then that last act is just not great. Even Katzenberg didn't like the ending of it.
I first went to B in my head.
And
I think it's because I hold the Penguins they're such goofy.
They're not in it that much.
No, they're
in the
not.
First one even.
I feel like the first one it's genuinely entertaining. I have a really good time watching it, but I would not rank it higher than B. I think B is the highest. I truly believe it's B.
It doesn't come away with it. The best parts of that franchise come out of the next movie. Yeah. Because even Katzenberg said they reach the island and like the story just screeches to a halt. And that's like halfway through the movie.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like something like it's like
because it's all like already wanting to go to Africa, and then they get stuck on the crates after this whole huge chase.
No, I'm trying to see what's in B again. Chicken Run.
Chicken Run, yeah, Chicken Run.
It's kind of like a half movie because it doesn't feel finished story wise.
I just honestly, the only things I remember, I don't really remember the plot as much as I remember like the characters themselves.
Yeah, because the plot is he wants to escape, so he escapes, so they go after him. They get shipped to Madagascar, and then Alex tries not to eat him, but it's like it just kind of stalls.
Other than the "I want to move it" thing.
That's what I was about to.
The most iconic part of them getting to the island.
I'm
glad you brought that up.
First one, the one everybody quotes.
Yes, I like to move it. You like to.
You say that, but the second one has the moto.
I know
too.
that is pretty iconic. That is pretty iconic as well.
Look at us ranking movies based on what memes they produce.
Well, because that's kind of what it is.
It's not okay. I'm sorry. That was mean.
That's not
I'm
even
sorry.
remotely
You're
close
not-
to what I was
I'm sorry to
saying.
you because you're my friend. I'm sorry to you because you're
You
visiting.
don't have to apologize to me.
Okay, fine. I take it back.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing.
Dude, I know you. I've known you for like my whole life. It's okay.
That's not true. I was not there
For
when
your
you were
whole life,
born.
then.
Thank you. What is that? 2 years?
Yeah, it's a year and a half.
Year and a half?
Yeah.
See. I think it's C
I'd be okay with C.
I'd be okay with C.
because I think another one in the franchise will be in B.
I can
But
I
not
can see
the
that.
one
I can see
It's
that.
not the one you want in B. We're gonna get there. I remember that.
I think
episode.
2 is B.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. We'll see what happens. So putting it in C.
Listen, my opinion can change since the last time I watched this.
Sure.
That's how it works. Opinions change.
Oh gosh, let's not do this philosophical
Get closer to your mic. I want to hear this gold. You're too far away.
Also, you might be cutting out of the camera when you lean that far back.
sorry.
Just
Did I
letting you know.
Let's not have the philosophical debate again.
Gotcha. Well, let's grab at the curse of the were rabbit. I think
B.
it's A.
Yeah, I was gonna say
A.
A too.
All right. You don't have to push me that hard to it.
It's got a lot of funny physical humor.
It is better than the second one, which is not part of DreamWorks catalog. and it's like the second one is really fun. This is even better.
Honestly, you didn't have to argue much for that. Yeah, I'm down with A. I like it.
That one's a fun one.
It shouldn't have. Oh, I'll say it again. It shouldn't have won the Oscar that year. It should have been Howls.
Oh, against Howls? Yeah, I think Howls is better.
But if it got it, and it's a good franchise, and I'm fine with Wallace and Gromit getting all the awards and praise. Next, another nostalgic one for us.
This one is.
Go ahead and say
one
the
of
name.
My favorite. It's Over the Hedge.
Oh,
I
gold.
grew up. Oh my gosh! When we moved out to New York, we would watch this one so much, and my family still quotes this one to this day. So, I love this one. Honestly, I would probably put it in A, but I can be persuaded.
I think it's the situation of. I get blinded by nostalgia on it because when you take the script, you raise the scrim and you're like, it's solid. I think it's a solid B. It's nothing out of this world, but it's enjoyable.
There's so many jokes in there that I just love and love watching, and I love that people have loved it too.
Yeah, I think thinking about it, it's like.
There's so many quotable things.
It's so quotable. It's incredibly engaging and entertaining. It is hard.
The casting is great, honestly.
Bruce Willis's performance of a lifetime.
Performance.
It's honestly his best performance. And Steve Carell did such a wonderful job as Hammy, in my opinion.
I'm just trying. Yeah. I'm like on the low side of A, upside of B. So I could be swung either way. Jake, do you have an opinion on where this?
I think B.
B for
you
Bush.
Think B?
Bush.
B,
we fine with B?
I'm okay with B.
I'm cautious about just skyrocketing because I love it, but then it's is it good or am
like
I?
You said,
just
if you lift the veil, I think it's a solid B.
Yeah, that's kind of
for those of us that didn't watch it as children, it doesn't.
Because you were in college.
Was I really? What year?
2006
Yeah,
or
it was
2007?
Because it was like right after I moved out to New York.
I still watched this as a kid. I still really enjoyed it, but I think it sits in the B range. I probably didn't watch it as much as you guys.
Honestly, because I
You'd be okay.
I'd be
We probably made that joke in the Marvel video.
Okay,
the next one I think is Aardman's best movie.
Oh, it's time, baby.
Of the three, and maybe I haven't seen all of their other movies. This is their last collab with DreamWorks. Flushed Away. I love this movie.
Is it really S tier though?
Dancing with myself. Dancing with myself.
On the floors of Tokyo. Oh no, you don't sing.
Oh, all right.
I'm kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding. It's a law.
That is literally the rule.
But it is.
I'll let it go because I'm trying to prove it.
And the way they used it in this movie is so good. Of course, I just throw it in S because I love it, but I want to open it to the floor.
I don't think it's quite S tier for me.
I
don't know. I don't have as much nostalgia for this one. I don't know.
And that's why I'm saying again, raise the scrim.
I think it's A.
Is it? I don't think it is an S.
I think it's A.
I think it's an A.
I think I'd be okay with it being an A.
I remember you laughed really hard when you saw it. Had you ever seen it before this? So that's one of those nice surprises of this is actually
it's a
really
lovely
fun.
movie.
Charming.
A.
What do we got next, baby?
Shrek the Third.
You could skip over this one.
The Dirge funeral dirge.
Yeah, D for Dirge, D for doo-doo, as in Shrek the Turd, as this guy said. After I told him right before we started filming, do not say that. And then he said it in the first 30 seconds.
Yep, yes, I did.
I said Shrek the Third. Shrek the Turd.
It's the worst Shrek movie.
It is.
Oh yeah.
You can canonically skip over this, and it won't change anything.
The
Other
one
than the kids.
Yeah.
Like you can just watch the fourth one and just realize, Shrek has kids.
Yeah.
One of the best scenes in it is when they sing "Live and Let Die" to the king dying. That's hilarious. But other than that, it's kind of
the campfire scene is good.
The campfire scene.
That's
is
like
good
the
too.
only good part of the movie where he's talking to him about like the how people used to treat him, and he's like, but I let myself believe that.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, that's really good. And then it just plummets again.
And Justin Timberlake is...
I will say charming singing during his show where he's saying he's going to slice this thing up like a ham. Kills me. It's more the performance than the actual movie because I'm just like, this is actually
D.
funny.
So is this D?
Oh boy!
Is that what I think it is? It's what I think it is.
Can we please put it in S?
No,
we should put it in B.
Honestly,
Can
no.
we please?
Why would we put it as? It's
Honestly.
B movie.
But
Put it in
It's
B.
B movie.
honestly,
S
It's
But
B
it's-
movie.
it's S.
You know,
B movie.
It's S. In my head,
B
it's
movie.
S.
No.
it is a B movie.
It's B movie.
It's B
It goes with
movie. B.
They will not let us get away with not putting it in B.
I will.
But
I agree.
we do
I
have to
think it should be
recognize
B.
one thing dying after this, though.
The
The
B line. The B line is
Yeah.
already dead at this point. So, but where was the B line on our ranking list? It's in the middle. Where's the B tier?
It's
In the middle.
Yep.
It's an S post of a movie.
That's literally what it is. But that's why, like, it's
I love it, but it's still not. I
Oh,
love
it's
it.
not a good movie at all. That's why it
no.
deserves to be in the B tier.
Yes, there's so much like it's like kind of like balances itself out in the crap.
He assassinated Winnie the Pooh.
How is that not S tier comedy?
There's a love
That's
triangle
S
between
tier
a man,
comedy.
a woman, and a bee.
That
is
B is
S-
living my life.
S tier comedy.
B. It's B movie.
It's B.
It's B
It has
movie.
to be B.
Are we split on this?
I truly, just because it is, like, it's iconic.
Jake, what
it
do you
is
think?
iconic. It has to be S. And if we're split, then it goes A.
How do we not put it in B?
Because it's so good.
B
It's
movie.
so
B.
good.
It has to
As
be
in
B.
the letter
It's
B.
so
It's gotta
good.
be, though.
God.
Jake, help me out here. Help me out here, Jake. What you got?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I want to put it in S tier because I think it's just there will never be another thing like it.
That's what I'm saying.
But
If we're
B, another thing like it.
If
we'll
we're
never,
split-
you'll never figure it. Tomorrow, how are you going to wake up with yourself tomorrow?
If
knowing
we're
that you
split,
didn't
it
look
should go
me
A.
for
If
the
we're
rest-
split,
no,
it
don't
should.
touch
No, because then it doesn't. Then it's not satisfying for anybody.
B.
B.
B. It's
B.
B.
B. B. B. B. B. B. B. B. B. B. B. B. B.
What do you say, Jake?
it is a big old box of bees.
We're not there yet. That's number 49. This is number like 10 or 15. We're way far
I
away.
will concede B, but I really do believe it belongs in S.
There's
will
aspects
never-
of it that are in
There will
S,
never be
but it
B.
belongs
another
in
B
How do we
movie.
not put it in B? It's B.
Because
It
it's
belongs
S
in B.
tier gold.
B.
There's aspects of it that are S, but everything else kind of balances out to make it B.
I'll let you put it in B if you let me put Boss Baby in S.
No,
I can't promise you that-
Absolutely
no,
not.
I will argue against it being an S.
But I concede.
Okay. B. Movie.
I don't like it, but I concede. Okay.
Kung Fu Panda, the first.
First one.
A.
I was
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
A. Yeah. Well, because it's hard because I love it so much, but some of the ones after it are better than the first
I think
one.
it's
Yes.
the second
One of the
best
ones
one.
after it.
Yeah. The next one is the best
Yeah.
one.
yeah,
The two after get worse.
progressively worse.
Yes. But I'm fine with Kung Fu Panda at A.
Yeah.
It's just a solid
That's a
movie.
solid
It's really,
Yeah.
it is really good.
Good
like
characters,
A.
solid story. Yeah.
I like it.
Madagascar escaped to Africa. Madagascar
Honestly,
is part of the African continent.
Yes.
Getting it out
He
of the way
forgot
now.
about that.
I
until
did forget about
just
that.
now.
I did,
So,
yes.
This one, it's what the first one should have been.
I think it's B.
I
Black
think
Panther
it's B.
copied this movie.
Yes.
Did we put the first one in C? We did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think that's where it
Because-
belongs. Because
because
this
this
one
is
what
better.
It's a Shrek
is
2
better.
thing of there is a difference in quality because the one after is what that first one should have been.
Agreed.
And because the family stuff is what is the heart and soul of that franchise. And then they axe it by the next movie.
yeah.
They completely cut out the heart of it.
Yeah.
But we'll get to
I'm
that in a second.
here for B.
Replace it with this. Yeah.
B for Baldwin, because he's the villain in that.
He's
He
scarred.
is. He's scarred.
Yes, he is. But he's an intentionally funny heterosexual Scar.
I like it.
Am I wrong?
You are dead on the money.
Look at me and tell me that I'm wrong. yeah, no,
Oh,
you're
and-
correct.
And now we get to what I remember being one of the worst ones.
That's D.
Yeah.
That's
Monsters vs.
that's-
Aliens D.
that's
Easy
D.
D.
Is anybody
In the
even
running
questioning
for
that?
I'm okay with it
So
being in
I
D.
was gonna say C just because I think the idea had potential.
See,
Yeah, but you can't.
I do that again.
But you can't do that though, because the idea has. You have to grade the movie on what it is.
I was gonna say, there's aspects of it that, kind of like what Jake was saying. Like I thought, like it would be cool to see like this.
And there are some funny parts to it.
There are absolutely.
You know who also
Steve
had
Carell or not Steve Carell.
You know who had potential to be really good in the movie industry?
He's great.
O.J. Simpson.
Oh my god.
So we gonna grade him on his potential or the fact that he killed people and then stole his own merchandise?
Wow,
that's a hell of a.
It didn't come out of nowhere. It was the Shrek 2
That's quite
joke.
yeah, but
I
that's
didn't
still
get the Shrek 2 joke. I never understood it. I don't know which joke you're talking about.
What I'm just saying is the potential argument that you just said. I think it's there. They just completely drop the ball.
No,
it's that's such a good idea. I think they made a show too, right?
Yeah.
I never watched it though.
Again, we were.
aged
out of that.
I think Jared's the only one that has intentionally watched a show related to.
That's next week.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, now we're hitting some big ones. This next one is, I think, an automatic S.
Oh, is that?
And it's about to be. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so nice.
And it's about to be made into a live action version.
I'm sure we all have strong feelings.
My husband is very excited for that.
It doesn't make any sense to remake the exact same thing.
I agree, but.
That was kind of my problem with Little Mermaid too. Was like, if you're just gonna make the same thing,
what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point?
That said,
it looks better in animation. I don't know.
It does.
It looks the same to me.
Tweet was, you could have saved hundreds of millions of dollars if you just re-released the first one in theaters.
I would love to see it in theaters in 3D.
Yeah.
I don't think
I would want to see it in 3D.
They could redo it in 3D.
Well, I never saw it in theaters. I don't think.
I don't think I
missed it.
I don't think
I saw the other two.
I wonder if, because they do the 3D re-releases sometimes. I wonder if because the 3D technology has probably come a long way since. I can't think of what the first 3D one is in here, but
yeah, I got that one.
But it probably. I wonder if they ever thought about going back and remastering the 3D with the new technology.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. What a great movie, and it's also
it's perfection.
It's almost, if it is not, I can't, I'd have to watch it, but it's basically perfect.
There's little things
and you know why they're remaking for live action?
Because Disney did it.
Money.
It worked for Disney, so.
Yep. And it's it's the same thing but worse. Have you seen some of the shot and scene similarities next to each other from the trailer? It's not only does it look bad, the delivery is worse.
I was gonna say, it's kind of I hate that they always suck the color out of a lot of these live action remakes.
Why is that a trend right now?
You mean how they did with Wicked? That's not even a live action adaptation of anything. It just
kind of.
Oh, it is a live action adaptation. It's not a remake of an animated property.
Yeah, it's not a live action adaptation of a
I think the only
film.
time they didn't do that was Cinderella. Yeah. That one felt cool.
Animation is not a blueprint.
High five.
That was a bad
I think the only successful one that has made it so close to the movie and still been different is Scott Pilgrim. The way that is done is just near perfect.
Isn't that the opposite though? It became animated?
No, because it was adapted from. It is an adaptation of a comic book.
Well, a comic book.
Yeah, we were talking taking the animated movies and turning them into live action for no good reason.
Do that.
Yeah. Hey, what do we got next?
Yeah. Next is Shrek 4 Ever After, which that's a tough one. It's better than the third one. It's nowhere near the first two. I'm fine with either
C
B or
and
C.
B.
Yeah.
I say B.
You think?
Probably, or B or C. Yeah.
There's some good stuff in there.
There is some good stuff.
You think C?
I think C.
I'm leaning that way.
I
don't care enough about it.
It is pretty forgettable, honestly.
I feel like the ending is really nice. It kind of rounds out the story, even though they're coming out with a fifth one. But it does round out the story as we know it for now pretty nicely.
Which, one last thing about the fifth one. Where are the other two?
Where are Fergus and Farkle?
Justice for Fergus and Farkle.
It's 5 seconds.
I know.
The movie's next year. There's time, but I did yell that, and I wonder if my parents were like, what is he doing?
No, I don't think they ever wonder that.
No, I think they do.
I genuinely don't.
And I don't know where Dragon and Donkey's kids
I want to see what they look like older now. That's going to be wild.
You saw Donkey.
No, but Donkey's kids.
The kids.
The kids.
Okay. C?
C.
Yeah.
All right. And then, oh boy, one of my favorites.
Well, that's one of
Oh,
my
is
favorites
this?
too.
I think this is
Megamind.
It is
I think it's
probably
S.
S.
S for Shul.
S for surprise, because I did not expect it to be that good going into it.
So good.
And we are leaning into the millennial crowd, and then, of course, lumped in are the older Gen Zs that, 3-4 years ago when we covered it, was all over the place.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause
I remember
everyone
it kind of
remembered
swung back. It came out of nowhere.
So we're leading into that popular trend of then, but it's like,
It
I've
is
been
that
championing
good.
it since I saw it in like 2011.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it in like class on like a movie day, and I was like, this is really good.
It's so good.
So
So
yeah.
good.
And the next one I also think is S.
Yeah.
Is
It's
it
the
Kung Fu
best
Panda?
Kung Fu Panda 2. Everyone agree with S?
Did you
Yeah.
just say
Absolute-
it's the best Kung Fu Panda 2?
Yeah, TOO.
Okay.
Wordplay. I will be going that way.
Oh, throwback.
Yes. I usually I can just do that, but I had to wrap around my mic.
Don't
'cause
knock
I'm
it over.
already-
It's good.
Shut up. Anyway. Sorry.
Don't touch me.
Yeah.
I'm on it today.
Well, you're on something. Yeah, that Kung Fu Panda 2, when we watched it for this, almost brought me to tears 3 times, and I'd already seen it and knew how much I loved it. And then I did rewatch it, was it last year? Last year, I watched all 3 before the 4th one, and
Nice.
I didn't get it emotional like I did the little first time for it, and I remember just sitting there going, this is one of their best movies.
It's so good.
Easily. But a lot of people think it's the first one, which it's a good movie. The third one has a big following with people younger than us, and I don't understand it. We'll get to it.
Okay.
But that trilogy it's a solid trilogy, and this is the height of that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The first Puss in Boots is next, and this one, I don't think it's bad. I think it's just not memorable.
It's not memorable. I was gonna say.
I would
C
lean-
for cat.
I would lean C or D. No, I don't know. If
It's not a
D.
D.
I don't
not
think it's a
D.
D.
I said out loud and I immediately regret it.
Although the twist is kind of like bleh.
Everyone saw that coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are parts of it that are fun, but then that twist kind of just takes away any momentum it had.
Yeah.
And the animation on Humpty Dumpty is...
Ugh.
All right,
Now what do we got?
we got
The third
Circus.
C
Afro
for
polka
circus.
dots.
Ooh.
C for
That's,
circus.
I think C for
I think
circus.
C for circus.
C for
I'll put it
circus.
there, and then just to say, everything good set up in that second one gets thrown out the window in the third. It's almost like the second one should be the third one, and the third one be the second one, because the progression feels off. Like, shouldn't they go on their... They get... It's like, if anything, they shouldn't even go to Madagascar in the first movie if this was planned as a multiple thing, because they're going movie by movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because they get there, nothing happens.
And there's
And then the second one, they actually established, like, oh, he's reunited with his family, but that's not the end of it. There's more to this, and the acceptance of each other. It's nothing mind-blowing, but it's like, that's actually pretty solid. And then the third movie, they're like, nope, we want to go home. Now, them getting home and realizing it's not what it was is good,
it is. That is
but the movie leading up to it is kind of
there is
nothing.
one joke that is both incredible and awful, and I know you know what I'm gonna say. Yeah. So
The
yeah.
villain is kind of funny in that one.
Oh, she's
Oh,
great.
she
Frances
is-
McDormand villain smashing
Oh
through
my god.
And sniffing
She's
the ground.
Hilarious.
Every scene with her is great. But then, like, you have all the side plots. I think there's another liar reveal with the circus
Yep.
thing. It's kind of
It's
pointless.
and also all that circus stuff is forgettable.
Yep. Oh, and like Bryan Cranston Tiger is scared to jump through a
Yeah.
hoop because he caught on fire.
It's random.
It's this teeny tiny hoop.
Why do we care? The main story of the 3 movies is they're trying to get back home. But then they establish in the second movie that they don't need to go home because they've all
They've
put
always
down
had
roots.
their family.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put down roots in the second one. They all found something. And then the third movie, they're already leaving. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Next is a movie that do not put your sorry.
It's underrated.
It's how to put it. It's similar.
Blech.
It's not in D. It's not bad. It's similar to Monsters vs. Aliens, where the potential and the idea and the blueprint is there. It just doesn't come together.
But it's better than Monsters vs.
Oh yeah,
Aliens.
yeah. It's not in that tier. I'm saying, I'm feeling
Right.
C because it's there. It's
that's
just
very
it
low.
just doesn't do anything.
And what movie is this?
Rise of the Guardians. Thank you. Because it feels like Diet Avengers. It came out around
It
the
is
time
Diet
Avengers came out.
Avengers.
We mentioned that. It's a team-up movie. But it's just... It doesn't work. It's not bad. And there's good parts. But it just does not feel
And I think it's
memorable.
That's what I was about to get around to. Especially looking back at it from now, it is very forgettable. And I think that is just
It's
something
unremarkable.
It's one of the ones I rewatched for this because I didn't remember exactly what happened, so I guess that does say something about it. But
Yeah.
I did enjoy it when I rewatched it again.
It does have the episode does have one of the most memorable moments from our podcast.
Oh yes, I remember that.
You
clip.
mean...
Which one was that? I can't
When
You
remember.
you
mean
need Jared in the
where-
balls.
Yeah!
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Where I start beating you with a box, and then you need me right in the present.
That was
Yeah,
that was an iconic moment.
that was horrible.
Yeah. So for
Didn't we dress you up as a bunny too?
oh yes we did. It was disturbing.
He made me duct tape a wad of yarn to his butt,
It was disturbing.
and you don't really see it.
no, but
Made
you
him
did it.
Fake ears. And hop, crikey, I'm the Eastern buddy.
Yeah, that was
And,
yeah.
and I slapped your butt for that, and then what do I get?
I can
The
slap your
joy
butt
of
back.
slapping his butt.
It wasn't enjoyable. I don't know where to go with this.
C tier.
See, I'm feeling C. You're feeling C. What about you?
I'm okay with C tier.
What about you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, C's all around.
All
My
right.
hair's not long enough, so I can't make my emo comb over happen to talk about it.
And
so.
then dance down the street in the best scene in that trilogy
Why are we talking about that trilogy?
because he mentioned the emo thing going
What are you?
right there.
What the hell are you talking about?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 3, which is really not as bad
Not
as
that
what
bad. That's it.
everybody says it is.
Yeah.
The Croods.
This is another one that I just don't.
I would
remember that
honestly.
well.
I've heard divisive things. 'Cause
I enjoyed it.
he loves it. I like it.
It's-
You're not a big fan.
No,
I've got a lot of enjoyment
I
out of
like
it.
it fine.
Yeah,
it's
like-
fine. That's all.
But then I've heard people who hate it. I don't understand the hate.
I
I
don't
can't
hate
understand.
I
hate
think
for
it's
this.
just a solid one.
It's fine.
I like the second one better.
I'm actually kind of with you on
I
that.
don't
I think
remember the
I think
second
the
one
second
either.
one is better.
I don't remember the second one either. I don't remember much of either of these movies.
honestly, I think this is a solid
It's
B.
not a memorable
I
one
think
for
it's a
me.
B.
I'd say C for Croods.
I think
I
most
don't-
of the movie is pretty.
I don't like the second one as much.
Gotcha.
I like the movingness of this as opposed
Gotcha.
to the stationary.
I think the
Nature of the
characters are
other one.
better in the second one because the end of the first one
yeah,
is very
same
good.
boat.
I think it takes a while to get to that.
I
Though.
think the end is what sticks in my head.
The
where
end
he,
is so good.
Does he like throw?
he sacrifices
her?
himself because they're all figuring it out. So he throws them across.
And then there's that thing
And
where
they-
he's like watching his hand fade into the
yeah,
dust.
and then he and the tiger get out of it. I was like, yeah, that's really good. And I'm an endings guy, so I'm like, this is so good. And then when you look back at it, it's like, it does take a while to kind of hit its stride.
I think
And it's a journey. It's a road movie, like a lot of kids' movies. Where that second one, they are in one place, but it works. We'll get there in a while, but that's why I like the second one.
I
But
think A or B is.
I'm
for
feeling
me.
a B.
I
I think
lean
it's a
B.
solid.
B, I guess I'll be fine with it.
Is this what I think it is?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
S.
No,
Frickin' S.
no.
No, this is a
Turbo.
D.
Turbo.
They tried to
is-
do. It was like there's like a knockoff Ratatouille scene in there, isn't it?
Turbo. Yes, Turbo has one redeeming factor. Paul Giamatti says, "Simmer down, boo."
S for
That's-
simmer down.
No.
boo.
Also, don't forget there is not a rule that says that snail can't race the next.
Okay,
That's
okay.
Airbud.
The Airbud
That is the
cool.
earbuds. Yeah. It's D.
Airbud. Air Dud, more like it. Going to D.
I think
D.
this is
We
D.
fine with D.
This
Yes.
is D.
Fine with D.
Yes.
Fine with
This
D.
is
Fine
D.
with D.
It's
Yes.
D.
Okay.
Yes.
What up?
I don't even
And it
really.
hates Canadians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The villain is Canadian. Why?
Canadians are the nicest people.
Yeah.
Because it's not
Ryan
Ratatouille,
Reynolds in
so it's
this
like,
one,
watch Canadian.
Turbo?
What?
Isn't Ryan Reynolds in Turbo?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Isn't he the hero?
Yeah, he's Turbo.
So Canadians are not the villains.
No, the villain literally is Canadian. Not the voice actor,
Is
the character.
Ryan Reynolds not Canadian?
No. The actual villain
character.
himself is the character.
The character.
is-
That shows you how much I
something.
remember about this movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget the racial stereotypes.
Oh, yeah.
So
There you go. S for stereotypes.
Best argument.
Okay.
I my stance.
So the next one is a movie that I don't think is anything exceptional, but one of us here I remember really likes it.
I like
So here
it.
we go. It's good. It's
I'm
decent.
going to say B.
I'm fine with B.
Honestly,
it's Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
Oh, I don't.
I
Is
think this
B?
movie has some heart in it. I think it's kind of like a feel good movie. I feel give it.
More than as good as I remembered it being.
It's got possibly the funniest joke in this whole catalog.
Which one?
What's your
Sherman,
favorite joke?
I came back to stop you from touching yourself.
That is actually a
And
really
she
good joke.
writes down, Child Services writes down the clipboard. It's one of those where it's a journey, but it's a different journey where they're jumping in the time periods, but it's like, 3 of them? And it's nothing new, but it's solid, it's fun.
I'm okay with B.
Patrick Warburton's always a treasure.
He
Yeah.
is.
He's a good
B
I'm here with B.
B.
for body.
There you go.
Bark like a dog.
What kind of dog is he?
Doesn't matter. He can talk.
I was going to say, if
And he
he's
wears glasses.
he's not a beagle, is he? If he's a beagle,
He is
then...
not a beagle.
Why- I'm looking this up really quick if I can.
What kind
Okay.
of dog
What-
This
is
is Mr.
Mr.
Peabody.
Peabody?
Yep, look, I'm doing it right now.
Because it's based
What
on a show, right?
kind
It
of
was,
dog
was it based on
is-
a show or was the show
Yeah.
I
based
think
off
it was
the movie?
There's
the
an
middle
old show.
segment
What
of
came
Rocky
first?
and Bullwinkle.
Yeah, I was
He's a
gonna say-
beagle.
Is he really?
B for beagle.
B for Beagle.
There you go.
I mean, Snoopy's a beagle, and he kind of looks like Snoopy.
We're
Oh,
not
yeah.
talking. Sorry,
You're right.
I was gonna say we're not talking about Peanuts.
No,
We will be in a second.
That's a good movie.
I haven't
That's a
seen
good
that one actually.
It's good.
but I've heard good things.
Did we not have to watch that for this?
No.
That's not DreamWorks.
That's Blue
Oh.
Sky, isn't it?
That's Blue Sky.
Huh.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Next is, I think we all know where it's going. How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Oh my God, that's not even a question.
Yeah, I'd be good with it. Now.
Shoot it to the top.
Yeah,
It is the
Honestly,
first
the
all-
scene. Sorry.
It is also the first movie that's had a sequel in the S, both the original and the
Yes,
sequel
it
are in
is.
the S tier. It won't be that way in a second when we get there, but you know.
Yeah,
I will say the scene, probably my favorite scene from that movie, is the scene where the dad is reunited with the mom.
Oh my
When
God,
they sing.
it's so heartwarming.
It's so good.
And what do
They're
they
just as
do in the
beautiful.
next scene? They kill him, and it rips your heart out. Yeah. There's no goodbye. He's gone.
It hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. So S tier.
Yeah, I'm just remembering him. Like, man, what a moment.
What do we got next?
D tier.
Penguins of Madagascar.
Okay, but the wordplay puns, all the like the celebrity names
It's one of those
It's-
things that's
are
just like
so stupidly
it's
funny.
not a memorable movie.
What do we remember? The name puns and the penguins are funny. What was the story? Oh, is that
I don't
with
know.
an octopus or
Isn't
a
there like a
dolphin or
zombie
something?
thing?
Yeah.
You're
The
like-
one of the penguins is like kind of like dealing with his own insecurities about being cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's again. I think it's a solid C.
If you can see,
It's
I'm
not-
between C and D.
It's not D.
No,
It's not
It-
bad.
It's
I
not
would
bad.
say
It's
C.
just kind of you take the best part of the other 3 movies and you make it the movie, and it's not the same. The show is different because it's a half-hour bits of them instead of a full 90 minutes.
Did you watch all the show too?
I watched the show when it first was on.
Really?
I was
Oh
in,
yeah,
like,
because it was on
7th or
like,
8th
I was
grade.
gonna say it was like
I watched it a little bit.
2007,
Yeah, and it was.
Didn't that come out on Netflix?
No, that's
No.
No, that's a
Nickelodeon.
different Madagascar related
Yeah.
thing.
yeah.
That's like the baby Madagascar thing, and it wasn't that Peacock.
I have no
I don't
clue.
remember.
I remember the ad
There's
would
the,
play
I
when
think
we were
you're
trying to
thinking
watch
of
Avatar.
the King Julian one.
All hail King Julian.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh,
yeah.
shoot.
Anyway, are we fine with C tier?
Yeah, throw it
Yeah.
C's.
At some point, I will.
It's
make it so.
funny when we started this, like the first 10, the A tier was way ahead of everything, and now the other
It's
tiers
so
have
interesting.
gone-
Yeah, I didn't
it's
realize.
pretty balanced, which says something so far about DreamWorks.
Yeah.
So next we have one of my least favorites, and the one that makes me want to
Oh,
kill the main
dear
character
Lord.
and smear his purple blood over. Sorry.
Wow.
Home.
That's right. This is the one I decided I didn't like within 30 seconds of it starting.
And took
It's-
you 3 days to watch.
I do have some thoughts.
Oh.
I don't hate this movie. I agree it's not a good movie, But I watched this when I was living in another country, and I was living with a family that had a small child, and we had a very good time with it. We would quote it to each other. That's it.
Oh, it's fun.
That's cool.
But so I have good memories with it, but I understand that having good memories with something doesn't mean it's a good movie.
I'll never forget.
So there's certain things that are funny about it, like the little like beauty mark he gets, and it's just like, yeah.
It's one of those things where they let Jim Parsons just go because height of his popularity, and it's insufferable for me.
Is he even doing anything
now?
Yeah.
Probably
No.
something. Well, remember he was taking those checks for young Sheldon because doesn't he do the narration?
Oh, yeah.
There. Could you imagine the dough he was making being in Big Bang when it was on like the million an episode, and then getting more on top of it for his voice?
He made good money for
the
that.
man
And then
can
he was
retire.
in the Muppets movie, the first
That's
one.
right.
Yeah,
that's
the
right.
one song.
Didn't they win an Oscar for that
Yeah,
song?
the song one. Yeah, it's a good song.
It is.
song.
I just watched the second one for the first time.
You did not like it, as I recall.
No, it's not very good. A lot of people hate it. It's that's a different debate, but
I remember that you don't like the first one so much.
I like it.
As much as I like it.
Yeah,
Let me
I don't-
rephrase.
I don't.
There
I
are
think
much
it's
better
fun.
Muppet movies.
Yeah, agreed.
Christmas Carol's probably the best one.
Yep.
Followed by the first one.
Yeah.
Caper's fun.
haven't
Treasure
seen-
Island and Space, but those two I haven't seen in full. And then what's the other? Take
I
Manhattan's
grew up
all right.
watching the Muppets in Space
Yeah.
one. That one's
Wait.
fun.
Here I go. Here I go.
Anyways,
D tier.
anyways,
Home.
I'd be okay with D tier.
D.
Can we
It's-
go E?
No. No. Because what's the difference?
It's
this
not
point.
on there and we don't have to look at it then?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's true. Anyway, Kung Fu Panda 3.
Are you going to be entirely hurt if I say C?
I was gonna say like
It's
I'd be
just-
okay with
Oh,
C.
I wouldn't put it that far down.
It's so hard because most of the movie I'm just not invested, but the ending is really good.
I'm
It's
trying to
nowhere near the
the
first
dynamic
two.
between the dads is fun.
That is fun. Funny enough, it's
It kinda
funnier
made
in the
Poe-
fourth one.
Didn't it
which
make
is
Poe
not
dumb
better.
again, though?
Yeah. See, my thought would be
I was
this
gonna
would
go
be in B
B.
because then the next one I'd put lower.
I was
Okay.
gonna say
Every
the next
single
one
one of them's in a different tier.
I was gonna say the next one I definitely put lower. I'd
Yeah.
probably put the next one in.
I
D,
was leaning
but
towards
I
honestly
don't know if
B
I'd
for
go
this
to
one.
D for
the
that
next
fourth one.
I don't know. It was pretty unbearable for me.
Yeah, but the third one I think a B.
I'm with
Okay.
B.
It's a
Did
good
they have an
trilogy.
orchestration of a popular song in this?
So someone I know who's younger, he loves the third one and thinks it's the best one.
Nice. Why is that?
And why? And when I asked him why, the first thing he goes to is the score.
Okay.
Specifically, what is his name? It's Kai, right? Kai?
Oh, is that the villain?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the villain.
Kai's theme. I go, okay, that is good. But then I was watching it before the fourth one came out, my rewatch. And I'm watching the song scroll. And I see a song. I go, I don't remember that being in the movie. So I go digging. Not really digging. Then I realize that's not score written for the movie. They orchestrated an Imagine Dragons song.
Oh my god.
That's somewhat worse than
That's hilarious.
what happened in the fourth.
Yeah. But that moment was like this whole time, one of the best things about the movie for me was his theme is really good and memorable. And then I realized it's an Imagine Dragons song.
Honestly, but in the scope of the whole movie, that's kind of small potatoes. I don't think that really knocks
But
it
that's
down
why
too much.
that's why I'm saying his
Dickie.
whole argument was that.
That's yeah.
He's a smart dude, but it was like, that's your reason?
Well, he must like Imagine Dragons.
It took the seriousness of the second one and completely turned it down because I think Jake said in the episode 2 didn't do as well because it was probably too serious. So then Casper probably went, hey, you got to tone this down. But they went too far, and it's the most childish of those first three. And it backtracks a little bit, and there is a bit of a liar reveal in there again with his dad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The whole
They
cheese
really
stuff.
didn't deliver well on the promise of the end of the second one.
I still believe this is B tier.
Yeah. I
maybe
think
that's
it's
just me.
B, though, because I think it's still
Better
good.
than 4.
We're nitpicking because it follows one of their best movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
B?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because, again, animation in the spirit realm at that ending, whoo! he turns into the big dragon, and it's like,
That's
Yeah, it's cool.
and Oogway is in it again, and I love Oogway. He's like, you sure? Yes, I have a bigger one. That Oogway, I tell you, that's one shell of a man. Because he's a...
Thanks, Jared.
Yeah,
we got it.
yeah,
We got it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What? Oh,
My jokes are better.
forgive me.
What do we got?
Trolls.
C.
Oh no,
C.
not D.
No, it's not D. I'd say C.
I'd be okay with C. It has some fun songs in it.
That's-
I remember listening to some of these songs and kind of having fun with them.
The nominated song is good.
It's not the feeling.
I
Oh,
got
yeah, I
that
forgot that was
sunshine
in
in my
there.
pocket. Got that bug spray on my lips. Isn't that-
Something like that, sure.
That's a fun.
It's a fun song. I like how it's used in the movie. It's an unremarkable movie.
Yeah.
I kind of.
It's
like the
annoying
romance
to me,
between the-
but that's me. I think the second one is better, and
I
I,
do agree
I
with
don't
that.
like the third one either. But I don't think we're not the second one, but I don't think I put the second one higher than C.
I think I put the first one at C too.
But I don't know if they're the same. That's my thing.
They're not the same.
Well,
They
I
are
was
not
gonna
the
put
same.
I was gonna put
No.
the second one in a B.
I wouldn't go that high.
No, I think this is D. And then
No,
the
it's not
second
D.
one is
No,
C.
it's not D.
It's not D.
Because it has a lot of redeeming qualities to it. So
I-
I'd say C.
I'm with you on that one. I truly believe it's C.
If we
Yeah.
put it in C,
Do I have to fight the next one very hard if I let you put this one in C?
that's it. But I don't want to put the second one in B because I don't want any Trolls movies being higher than C.
I mean, they can. Okay. Let's talk about it this way. When we first rated these, we rated Dragon 2 higher than Dragon 1.
We did.
No, you and you rated 2 higher than 1. I fought, and I still believe one's better.
Regardless,
No,
they one is better than the other, whatever it is, and they're in the same tier.
Put it in C, Jared.
I think I think B. I think the second one has certain qualities that are better, and then but I also think that I don't know where I'm going with this. I think I agree. I think they're both of the Trolls movies are in C.
I
for different
completely
There's
agree
three.
with that.
Sorry, both of the ones you were
first-
talking.
Gotcha. I was gonna say I know you forgot about the third one because I forget that we even
Yeah, the
watched the
third-
third one
the
because there's
third
one
one's-
joke, but we'll
yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
I want to put it in D, but there's too much pushback.
It's a C
I
movie.
think it's.
Yeah, no, the songs.
Want to put it in D?
I know.
Just give it to them so they don't fight us so much on the next
I
one.
will still
know.
fight
I will
you
fight.
because it's not S, and don't even try for S.
Okay,
It
Trolls
is-
is in Trolls is in C. We're moving on.
All right.
Let's move on.
Boss baby. Boss
Double
baby,
S.
yeah!
Double S.
Yes!
Yeah!
I don't get it, Dickie. I don't get it.
At
Okay,
the
let's
highest,
compromise.
at its highest,
Okay.
at its highest, at its
Let's
highest.
compromise. Let's compromise
highest,
on this.
B.
B for Boss Baby.
B for Boss Baby.
B for Boss Baby.
Okay, am I missing something here?
Start at the beginning.
I don't
At the
understand
dawn
these
of
two.
time.
These two are unbearable for this.
It all boils down to probably on paper it's not a good movie, but there's.
Oh!
I never said it was good.
Yes, you did.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, you
No,
absolutely.
he probably said it was
Jared,
fun.
can you please finish out this
Fun.
explanation so I can understand
Yes.
why you guys are excited about this?
So,
I don't get it.
It's not a good movie. I don't think it's a bad movie because it exists in its own little pocket,
It's like B movie.
and it's
It is
actually
actually-
going to
But it's worse
age better
than
than some of these because of how self-contained it is.
It's not worse than B movie though because it exists on the same plane.
It's worse than B movie.
It's worse than B movie in my
It's worse than
opinion.
B movie.
think so.
I don't think
know.
it's very
It's
good.
not. It doesn't go as to as far of lengths as B movie. In my
Agreed.
opinion.
That's a very good point. B movie really just like
I'm
goes.
sorry.
It
they
goes
have-
balls to the
they
wall
have pills
because
that they take as babies to make them psychedelic.
Yeah, but there's no love triangle between a man, a woman, and a bee. That to me is more extreme.
There
than
are
takes
talking
them
dogs and a baby that pops out of an old man's body.
And cookies are for closers.
I mean, to be fair, Alec
C for
Baldwin is
cookies.
great
No,
as
B
Boss
for Boss Baby.
His name is what's his name again? Ted. His name is Ted.
Baby. Okay, good for him.
just put it in
That's-
B.
Jake, I actually think it's C. I do.
I
Oh!
think it's C.
I actually
do.
do. I
Fine.
think it's a heck of a
Fine.
ride.
It's
Fine.
Thank you. Wow, I was surprised you would let it go that low.
I never said it was good.
All right.
I never really said it was good either.
Pretty sure
We
we
didn't
you
say it was
saying
bad,
it was
though.
good. Okay.
We did kind of put it in the middle.
It was actually
guys
below the B line.
I think so.
And right here, it's below the B line.
It is.
Yeah, the next one is one that I like. I don't love, and what does that look like?
Dude, it's hard to tell from this.
That is a giant pair of underpants.
I think B for briefs.
Oh, that's good.
I think it's one of those. I think it deserves
It's
more
Captain
than
Underpants. That's what we're talking
Yes.
It
about.
deserves more credit than we give it.
I think part of the reason
I
you
don't.
love it is because of the Weird Al song. Is that
Okay,
right?
well there you go.
Well, also, personally, I grew up on these books.
And I did
this
too.
is my. You
I
did
did
This
too?
is our age
Hell
group.
yeah! Hell yeah!
Yeah.
But when I watch the movie, I don't get like over the moon excited because it's made for people younger than us.
Sure.
But we can enjoy it because we grew up with it. So when I watch it, I go, yeah, this is enjoyable. So I'm fine with B.
I think B
Are
works.
You fine with B?
I literally don't give a
Now I have to bleep that.
Wow.
To E tier. Let's get an F tier for all of Jake's.
For the one, I could start laying down more.
No,
if you want.
Oh, that
start
was
laying
great,
down
Jake.
more
That
if
was
you
great.
want.
So, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World.
B.
Good.
I honestly don't even remember
I was
this
gonna
one.
say A.
What'll happen in Hidden World? Oh, this
It's
is the
a
one.
lot-
His mom was last. What is
This is the one with the girl dragon.
Girl Dragon?
Remember the
little-
mating
little-
dance
yeah,
or whatever
okay,
it is?
That
Yeah.
was so cute.
I would say B or A, honestly.
The villain's better in this one than the second one.
yeah.
But its story is not as good as the other one.
Yeah.
The side characters have more to do in this because a lot of the side characters in the second one are kind of pointless. So there's more going on with characters, but then other characters who are important don't do anything. His mom barely does anything, and she's
Yeah.
one of the best characters. The
Yeah.
Jon Snow guy. Remember, he's a character in
Yeah.
the second one, and he's
Yeah.
actually an intimidating force. In this one, he barely does anything.
Yeah,
It's
and
they
then
have
there's
too many
this
characters.
weird love triangle too with the mom and the other guy. And
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
That was kind of nothing.
I was just uncomfy.
Yeah, it's gonna lean a little bit more towards a B.
It's funny. I think we put it in the top 10 originally. It got bumped out, I think. I can't
That's
remember. But I think it was
wild.
top 10. It's one of those things where you watch it and right away it's, yeah. And then years pass and you think back, you know, it's
I think
good. It's not.
The ending is probably the best part of it.
yeah.
Absolutely.
The whole movie builds to that.
Yeah.
Because most of it's
So that
fine,
really carries
great
a lot of
villain,
it for me.
fine story,
A
and
or
then
B.
really good ending. I was
really
getting choked up.
I was gonna say that's kind of what puts it to A for me, but I don't know. I'd be okay
I'm
with it.
I'm
in
between
B
the
if you guys
two. I
really
could
want-
either swing either
I
way.
am-
If you guys really want it in B, I'll be okay with it. But I'm feeling in A for it.
I really like it. I don't think it has the staying power of the other two.
No,
That's yeah.
Because what do we remember?
the
The end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Toy Story 3 thing, but it's a better movie than Toy Story 3.
Yeah. We'll get to Toy Story
That's
3 next week because I have thoughts.
Yeah, we fine with the B?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
The end is.
Don't give me that smut.
I said B at the beginning.
I know, I'm just checking with everyone. Sorry if I'm being polite.
You're not. You're never polite.
Why must you hurt me so? Oh, we know what the next one is.
Abominable.
Abominable. Oh yeah, that thing.
Took us 12 takes, and still the
It
last
took
one
us
we barely
solid
got it.
20 minutes to get
Which one was the one where I pegged it flushed away?
I'm sorry. You
What?
You
You
what?
did what?
You did what?
I don't remember that.
You did what?
I don't remember that either.
Poster?
Was I drunk?
Did you get me monetized?
Oh no.
Oh man.
I know YouTube allowed that to be posted
Oh,
on its
this-
platform.
This guy's on a roll.
God.
Pegged Dickie with the toilet paper roll.
Finish your statement.
Rephrase.
You bumped me. No, that's not.
No. I
That's
had
not
him
bad.
right on the nose.
You hit Dickie with
You
toilet
hit him
paper.
in the.
He doinked Dickie.
No,
That's the
with
worst.
toilet- like that. I doinked Dickie with a toilet paper roll.
That's worse.
Okay, it's abominable. As you both said.
Abominable.
Another
I said abominable. B.
C.
You think C?
It's not memorable.
No.
But it's not terrible.
Yeah, we were right in the middle, right? I feel like it's like right in the middle.
Yeah.
Like it's heartwarming. I remember watching it. I remember getting.
I remember nothing about it.
I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, there's not much staying power.
No,
I think
it's just heartwarming.
C doesn't mean bad.
Yeah.
C tends to be lacking, or it's or very flawed, or just unremarkable.
Yeah.
D is where it's like actively bad.
Yeah.
C is just it's.
Yeah.
B is kind of where it's
I'll
like
give you.
it's good, and then A is like really good, and then X is like
I can feel that.
See?
C. I get you that. I get that.
C for aren't they in China?
We're gonna keep that
They're
going.
in China, right? Because they go to
I
the
don't.
Himalayas.
There's not enough for me to
And Asian country. I couldn't
They
tell
at
you
least
which
start
one.
in China.
It is.
Yeah.
I
think
do
so.
visit some like big landmarks and
Yeah.
stuff.
I do remember one of the supporting characters was funny running through the woods or riding his bike through the woods. I don't remember his name. I don't remember what was happening. I remember laughing, and that's the only thing I remember. Other than the
Yeah, that's what I remember the
See.
most.
I remember. Yeah.
The only thing Jared remembers is the sound of his own laughter.
yeah.
Facts.
I just remember we tried over and over on that cold open, and then finally I just threw the last thing like that's it. That's the cold open.
We're done.
Because we're never gonna get it. Anyway, here we go.
Oh God, where are we at?
The first COVID movie
Trolls
For
World
this
Tour.
Trolls World Tour.
Tour.
Where did we put the first trolls?
C, but I don't want to put this in B. I don't think it's bad. It's better than the first one. It's better than the third one.
Yep.
I like it. I
Yeah.
don't think it's
I still think it's
anything
C tier.
anything special other than Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
I like Sam Rockwell.
I like some of the message, the message kind of some of
Yeah, it's the erasure thing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the themes of the you're right. It's
yeah,
really
the
good.
themes are good, but yeah, I don't think it's quite up to B either.
Yeah, I'm feeling C.
The,
Strong C.
the Trolls franchise as a whole is kind of soulless money makers. It makes money, and it sells merchandise.
I mean, it's
But
gonna make money because you put a lot of popular songs there. People
Popular
are gonna go
song,
see that.
bright colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it works. It makes them money. If they have to make a Trolls to make like another Bad Guys or another Puss in Boots like they did, like
I'm okay with that.
sure,
Yeah.
whatever. If
Studios gotta make money
Gendy
with
has to make
something.
Hotel Transylvania 10 so he can make another Primal or another Samurai Jack type show, sure,
Studios gotta make money.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Are we fine with C?
I like C. C, you think?
It's trolls. I don't care.
Oh man.
Strong feelings over here.
Okay, we
It's
got
trolls.
we got Croods, A New Age.
I don't remember anything
Do we
about
put
this movie.
we got Crudes in B, right?
I'd put it in the same tier. I like it better, but I would put it in the
I
same tier.
remember
kinda with
absolutely
you.
nothing about
I
that
don't
story
even.
or
Where
that
is
movie.
Crudes on here?
I'm kind of with you.
It's
on
in B. It's right after. It's right here. If you can see my cursor.
Oh, okay.
I feel like B is good.
B is good.
Because it is. It's a good
I
movie.
put it in C because I don't remember anything, but
It's kind of the same
It.
level
it's-
of goodness.
In my opinion, I think I'm speaking for you because I think we share a very similar opinion on this. The characters are better rounded, and I think that is what stands out for me the most.
I don't really care about this
Yeah.
like, sequel
The-
movies, like this duology. So I don't have a
Duology.
preference.
I like that name, duology.
I've heard that before,
Yes,
so
It's in the first movie focuses on Grug mostly and the journey. Here, because we're stationary, we can focus on everyone doing their own thing. And when it all comes together at that dinner scene where they're all fighting and all the
that's such a good
storylines are
scene.
actually weaving into each other perfectly. And of course, the one, what is the brother's name? Just eating the plant while they're all fighting. He's just. And I go,
don't
that's.
remember that scene.
And remember, you don't eat the bananas.
You don't eat the bananas.
Is this
Oh
the
my
one-
gosh.
Is this the one that had like the wig and the immigrant song, or was that the other one? Like the grandma gets like.
Is that the immigrant song?
No, they play Immigrant Song in Shrek the Third.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
I thought.
I thought
yeah,
it was
because
the
Snow White
immigrant.
sings it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that
No.
the grandma, like the wig the grandma's wearing, like wakes up or something.
It does. That does happen in it, but not
Maybe
in
it's
the
not the immigrant song. Maybe it's another of that time rock song.
It may, yeah.
I think it's in the same tier as the first one.
I agree.
Mhm.
Boom.
Oh, good. Oh,
What is it? I
good.
can't see. Scroll down.
I know. Scroll down.
I know what it is.
Scroll down.
Wait, is this what I think it is?
Yeah.
Oh, D.
Dickie, why don't you tell us your story of how you went to
Oh,
see
yeah,
that
how did
movie?
you watch
Oh
this
yeah,
movie?
please tell me because I wasn't here.
Okay, so I made a mistake. I probably came across as a gigantic creep because I saw this movie alone. Now, granted, obviously you go see whatever movie you want alone. That is completely fine. But I saw it like during summer. It was summer vacation, right?
Summer
It was like-
vacation. During the week,
Wasn't it like
in the
June
middle
or
of the
July?
day. It was like mid-June.
Yeah.
Middle of the day on like a Tuesday with a bunch of kids and parents in there.
Yeah. It was so
What did
awkward.
I tell you?
I am the
Don't
train.
go
I
am the
alone.
I cackled and nobody else did.
I am the train.
That was one of the most unpleasant viewing experiences of my life.
Oh, someone,
I give it to D.
It's Horse Girls, the movie.
Horse Girls.
It's not even
Oh
that.
my god.
Someone said it on one of our posts way back where it was like, it's like, what is this? It's like, it's a condensed version of the first season of a Netflix show with worse animation. I go, oh, well, that explains it. Because it does feel like a season. But
does.
without all the connecting plot points, so it's just,
Yeah.
because it's all over the place.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
And then
The
it's
animation's not
And
good.
then it's very
Also-
confusing because Spirit is like clearly the same horse, but not.
But it's not. It's weird. They don't specify.
It's just so insane to me how you go
Because she
from...
names the horse.
Yeah.
She just like names the horse, and that's just like its name throughout the movie. It's not like.
yeah.
And just how do you go from that beautiful...
Also, they all these girls just go do this whole like quest thing and just don't try to involve any adults at all.
And how do you go
But
from
that's
that...
but again, Netflix show aimed at younger girls. That's
That's-
cool. Hey, we get to go out and do
Yeah,
our
let's
own
promote
thing.
doing that thing to kids. That's a great
Yep.
idea.
Yep.
I don't understand how you go from that just beautiful, hand-drawn, gorgeous animation of the first one.
Money.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it made
What
that
is
much
it
money.
you said in the last discussion of the movie? Studios got to make money.
Yeah. So sometimes they swing and they miss because I don't think this made money.
It's kind of getting into the modern era of where it's like a good DreamWorks movie followed by a very childish DreamWorks movie.
Oh, yeah. Look at
That's
this.
fair.
So next, we have Boss Baby, Family Business.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
I think it's in the same tier because they're both very close. I like the second one better.
Second one is better. Plus, it's a Christmas movie.
It's a
That they put out in July. I don't know
I
why.
can't help why they did that.
Because, like, that chase at the beginning when they're smashing through buildings,
That was...
it's really fun, and it's like, wait, there's decoration. It's Christmas time. Why did this come out in
I
July?
don't even remember most of that movie.
Me neither.
So.
Me
They-
neither.
I'd
They-
be okay with it with D, but if you want to put it in C, that's fine.
I agree with
Another-
Dan,
another
but
pretty
I don't think it
Crass joke where they do the you suck it joke, but it's in the kitchen, and his family overhears. He goes, okay, we're going to go out for a while. I was like, did they really just tell that joke in this movie?
If
It's a
Jake,
wild-
Jared, if you guys want C, I
D.
understand, but I would say D.
Yeah.
We know how you You don't even work here.
I don't know, I'm just a
He
guy.
He
doesn't
doesn't even
go
go
here.
here.
All right. Oh, next one.
This one's an S or an A for me.
I think the bad guys is an S. I
Oh,
think
you put it all the way up in S.
it's
I think
refreshing,
I think
great
it was
animation.
a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Agreed. I just thought it was. I don't,
Nearly 10 years of the train or the studio, right?
Didn't we say it was the best movie they had made since the second How to Train Your Dragon at that point? It had been it had been almost 10 years.
I don't. The thing is, I look at the other S tier movies and I love them and I really enjoyed this. It's just for me. It just doesn't edge all the way into the top. It's A easily.
We
A.
know. Aquafina holds it back.
I don't. It just didn't. It just doesn't have the staying power as the other ones do. And maybe it's because it's too new. Maybe it's because
We
it
say
hasn't.
It's 3 years old just about now, which
Wait.
isn't super old, but it's like it still does feel
Its
fresh.
sequel is coming out this
Year,
year.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Which,
They had a short
Yeah.
before.
The short before, yeah.
and that was like, I
That was-
really like this.
That was the best part of that movie.
We'll get
I
there.
don't even remember what that movie was. Holy crap. What was it?
Dog
Dog
Man.
Man.
Oh,
We covered it
I know.
a couple weeks ago.
I know.
But I think it's an S. it was breathing life into them because it's coming out of COVID. They hadn't made a big movie in a while. Not that this was
brand
huge.
new animation style.
It's some of the best animation they've ever had.
The thing is,
it's some of the most stylized.
And I think their animation for this movie is what led into the next one that
I don't think is as good as everyone says it is. But I still like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this one from 2022 is their best movie.
If I lose, then I lose, and it's S. But I think it's A. Anybody?
I'm okay with it being an S or A. Honestly, either one is fine with me.
S.
S. We're fine with S.
Yeah.
I'm okay with S.
All right.
This is another one I would probably put in S.
I would
Can
not.
you scroll down a little bit?
It's Puss in
Puss in
Boots.
Boots' Last Wish.
Last Wish. Honestly, I'm with you. It's S.
I want to hear what your thoughts are. Why you don't think it's as great?
The animation is great. It's got weird blending things where you have the Shrek styles, but with the new stuff, and it doesn't always go together super well. It's amazing animation.
Mm-hmm.
That's one awkward thing for me.
Okay.
The story is nothing special,
Really?
which is fine.
You don't think it is?
But it's like
I think it's fantastic by comparison to its predecessor.
Oh
Yeah.
because you go from nothing to something.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's pretty impressive. I still think the story really hits pretty
It hits
hard.
so hard. It's such a unique story to tell for Puss in Boots. I was not, and I think one of the biggest things is it came so much out of left field for me for Puss in Boots 2. It's just like, I just don't expect this much craft in the storytelling and just coming around, and the villain is perfectly done. Everything about the animation, everything about the reasoning behind what the villain does is perfect for me. This is almost near perfect as you possibly can get. I think this is S tier.
I don't think I can argue it at this point. I'm like, I need to watch it again. I need to have time to watch it again. I can't remember what my points were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people point out the panic attack scene.
Oh my
A lot of people
God.
point out the villain, obviously, and both of the villains, because you have the John Mulaney villain too.
Yeah.
And he's great. Cause
The Jimmy Stewart cricket does make me laugh.
Jimmy
Come
Stewart
on, that
is
is so
good.
funny.
And
I gotta see. We didn't do our homework. I didn't do my homework. I didn't
will
have
say,
time to.
you probably
do
did more
that.
homework than some other directors that won a bunch of Oscars.
Yeah, it's true.
or nominated for a bunch of Oscars.
I remember not being impressed with this overall. The animation's great, but I remember at the end going, yeah, it was decent.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of really good things that really kind of. I don't know. Jake? What do you think?
That's what I was leaning towards. Yeah, Jake, what are you feeling on
I
this?
think it was an A. It was good. It just didn't stand out like the bad guys did to me.
What did
Huh.
I say?
Why is that?
But that might be a preference thing. I'm on your side about this.
I don't like. Again, this is a preference thing.
What did
I don't like.
Wait.
I just don't like the Puss in Boots.
Character.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
So you
I
didn't
just-
connect with the main character, which would hinder it.
That would
make sense.
Absolutely.
I mean, like story-wise, it made sense to me, more sense than the first one. But it just there was nothing that elevated it for me.
I think one of the biggest things that elevates it is that it does what a lot of family movies try to do, making a good 4-quadrant movie, and I think this absolutely killed it in that.
Are you reading your Letterboxd review?
I was like, there was something. I can't defend this very well because I have to rewatch it. I remember the Goldilocks 3 Bear stuff feeling unnecessary.
Okay, I can see that.
I remember thinking, like, this is underdeveloped. It's padding the running time. They help out at the end, and they cause a little bit of he's running from them. But if you take them out, it doesn't change much because the focus for his internal and external problems is death.
And I can understand that, but I think what stands out about that Goldilocks scene is one, for that scene specifically in the rest of the movie, I think the voice acting is phenomenal. I think Florence Pugh kills it in that, and I think that's what just keeps more and more things they think about. Keep pushing it up. The voice acting is so emotional. It grabs you by the
I
heart.
remember, it's the scene where she goes in and remembers.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember thinking, like, this is coming out of it. This does not feel developed, and we're taking focus away from where we're supposed to be because we sidetrack from the main plot for like 15 minutes on
More than
that. It's something like that. And I was like, why are we focusing on this so much?
I just think it bolds out it just bolds out the characters. It just gives you more characters that you can latch onto. Because I think that's what these movies should be. You should a lot of different people should be able to watch these and find characters that they are able to latch onto, and that's what this movie does better than a lot of other movies. There's a lot of really well-rounded and attracting characters.
I think the other thing too is I feel like we haven't had a lot of really decent animated villains. Like
Yeah,
this
that
is one
is
of the few
true.
movies that has a really good, solid villain, and I feel like a lot of people have been missing that for a long time in their animated movies. So I think that's another thing that sticks out to me. That's why I'm okay with it being an S. But I know that, but then again, looking at the movies we have in A, I'd be okay with this being in that same tier of movie because a lot of those movies in A are just solid movies all around. So if you guys really want to put it in A, I'd be okay with it.
I think
I have
I wouldn't.
strong holds on S, but
I personally wouldn't put it in A, but I'm not gonna get it any lower than that.
No.
And it's
What
a
would
good
you
movie.
put it in?
B.
Really?
I don't think it's out.
No.
I think it's a solid A.
I think
But
the
that's
villain.
me,
There's
and
a
I
lot
have to
of things that would-
rewatch it.
Yeah, well, because it's been, what, 2 years now?
Almost 3.
Almost
well,
3?
We just passed 2 years because it was at the end of the year. It was Christmas 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one where I'd put lower before a rewatch, but I'm good with it in A if you both are.
I'm okay with it being an A.
I would go A.
Okay, all right, I concede.
People do. It's another thing
Again,
where I get.
I agree. I think it could definitely be an ST.
I get annoyed at people
Again,
when they jump on stuff because of the hipster mindset that doesn't go away.
Yeah,
Right,
he-
Jake? But it's like, why
yeah,
is everyone
he's
going
an
nuts
hipster.
over this? It's not that
he's
good.
an incorrigible hipster.
It gets to me, and then I have to take a step back and go, settle down. At the end of the day, none of this really matters. This is for fun. If you're getting upset over having fun, then you shouldn't be doing it. And then the next one's going to be divisive because I think it's D for dog, and you like it.
I
for
liked
Dogman?
it.
Oh, that's Teenage
I
Kraken.
liked it, but I have bad biases about this
Honestly?
movie that I like it. But
Again-
I'll let you guys share. your
Right
thoughts
off the
first.
top, I'm saying it's B.
I don't.
That is not what you said when we watched it.
No?
No, we all agreed it was like bottom 10.
Honestly, because when I look back, and because again, opinions change. That's what happens. When I look back at it from right now, I really like the message about it. I thought the message was fantastic. I thought the animation style was really well done. And I think that at the end of the day, it's a good movie that a lot of people should watch. And I think that was enough to push it into the B tier.
We put it 41st.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just below Ants, though. So take that for what it
I was
means.
gonna say I think it's
Yeah,
better than
the
Ants.
D tier is just below Ants.
I was gonna say it's. Can I? All right. So I have to preface this with a lot of things. One, I think there is a fair comparison to Turning Red here because obviously there's a lot of comparisons there. And being, at one point in my life I was a teenage girl, so I can somewhat relate to the main character here.
Probably more
So-
than any of us can.
The other thing is too, when I was growing up, I was obsessed with mermaids. I mean, I still like mermaid stuff to begin with, but I was obsessed with wanting to be a mermaid and swimming and a bunch of stuff like that. And one of my favorite movies growing up was Little Mermaid 2,
Return
Because-
to the Sea.
Return to the Sea, because Melody, the main character, wanted to be a mermaid or wanted to live invested in the ocean. And there's a lot of things in this movie that really remind me of Little Mermaid 2, which makes me not hate it. Because there's you have the main character being really obsessed with the sea and having a mom who is royalty, who has a weird has had a strange relationship with her parent who is also royalty, and how the villain is somebody who is seeking after a trident, and she's getting tricked by the villain to be her friend and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things in here that reminded me of that, and so a lot of that nostalgia blinded me. But I can agree that it's not a good movie, but I would put it in C.
You think C?
C.
I would
As
love
in the seven seas.
the Seven Seas.
As in the deep blue sea.
Yeah, I think it's easily worthy of at least a C.
I can do C. I don't think it's B.
I don't think it's as bad as D, but I don't think it's good.
I remember, I'm looking at what I said to get specifics because I didn't do my homework. I remember it becomes multiple different movie ideas in one, and it does not anchor itself to one of those. I remember it just becomes one of those too many ideas, and it doesn't do anything. They set up the mother-daughter stuff in the beginning where she calms her down. I go, okay, we're doing a
That's
Turning
the other
Red thing,
thing.
and then they do nothing.
I was gonna say
Nothing
that's the
with
other thing. about Little Mermaid too. There's this whole thing about her mom lying to her about the ocean or about like about her past and stuff like that, and that's the same thing that happens in this movie. So it's really just that movie but with krakens instead of mermaids. It's like they reversed it instead of Morgana.
Yeah. You watched this for the first time, right?
Yes, for this.
So what was the reason she didn't tell her about her past?
Because she was creating a new life. I think that's part of it. She didn't want. I think she was like stepping out on her own, making her own life. She didn't want like her daughter getting caught up in all that.
Are we talking about Ruby Gilman or Little Mermaid now?
No, the Little Mermaid one was for her protection, which makes sense. This one, their mom's just selfish.
So the parts with the moms are the parts that I remember liking.
Yeah, it's the first like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
it's like that,
and then it goes away,
and then it
becomes kind of like this annoying high school.
Not even that. Like then they said, oh, is this going to be more of a high school movie? But then they don't even do anything much with that. And then it becomes the best friend thing where she betrays her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, that's the movie. But then it's like, no, it's a thing with her grandmother. But then that doesn't get developed. And then it all culminates in the kaiju battle. Yeah, which at that point I was like, what was the point?
Then again, I feel like Dogman did the same thing.
Yeah.
But I like this movie better than Dogman. So I don't know.
I think it deserves a C. I really do.
I think
that's
put it
fair.
in C.
Yeah.
I'll do that just because I'm tired. C, fine. C for, no, I don't even know what to say.
Oh, yeah. What do we got next?
Trolls Band Together. You really can't tell what movie it is?
Dude,
I need to scroll. I can't see it very well on here. Cause
he's right here.
Look
you
how
make sense.
far
You're on a
away
phone.
I'm looking from this.
Can you scroll?
I can see that fine.
How can you tell what movie that is?
Look at it.
I genuinely can't see the title of the movie from this view.
We're not talking about the title. I could just look at part of the poster.
No.
That's the issue. Is I'm looking for the title.
Also, okay. He is also super like eidetic memory, anal retentive.
Yes, I know. I know.
Keep that in mind.
Or like anal resentive.
Hey, that's true.
Does this have to do with that pegging thing?
Nice callback. I tell you, people, we're gonna start a Patreon if you want to see the extended cut. Oh no! Yeah, we still never found where that toilet paper went. Anyway, next. I think we're actually.
I will tell you that every time I go on this screen, I do try to scroll down to see the.
But yes, that's Trolls Band Together.
Okay.
From what I remember, that is pretty forgettable.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think it's
C or
pretty
D.
D.
C or D?
I think it's D. I
D.
think it's
D. I'd be okay with it.
More than happy that being D.
It had one funny joke. Do we remember what the joke was?
Not at all.
Wasn't kill my
Jared,
grandma.
we can't. You're the one with the memory here. Okay, we were just talking.
Was it
It's where
kill my grandma?
no, it's the two. No, that's the first. We didn't even singing "Kill My Grandma."
That was the first one.
I really want to bump that first one down just by
that-
remembering that stupid thing.
Yeah,
But I
that's the first
digress.
So
So this one,
right?
it's where the married couple from the first one, who are not in the second one, they're on their honeymoon. They get tied up. Wow, I didn't think we'd both be tied.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I looked at him in the theater because I went with someone. I looked at him in the theater. He looked at me, and we both just kind of covered our mouths because there are other people, and they were like, I cannot believe they made that joke. But then when you go back through this catalog, there are like 8 movies that do that, where it's I can't believe they made that joke. That's what they do.
Oh, I mean Road to El Dorado. I mean,
Dude, there are so
the
many.
whole movie is kind of.
So many double.
I mean,
the location of that guy's head when he came up. You know.
I mean, you can't. Everyone, yeah, that's you know.
Well, speaking of, no, don't make that joke. So yeah, but yeah.
Either scroll down or say it out loud because I can't see.
This
it.
one you
scroll
didn't
down,
watch with
we
us,
I can't
unless
see
you
it.
saw it on your own time. You watched the new ones, right?
Well, but it just.
Orion in the Dark.
Yeah, this is
Right in
one-
the dark. I think I
it's
missed
one-
that one.
Okay, you get no vote on this.
Yeah,
one.
that's valid.
That was a Netflix one.
Yeah, that was the Netflix one.
I
I think we said solid, good, nothing special, not super memorable, has some good things, and a flaming lips needle drop. I'm fine with C or B.
Oh, I was gonna say A or B.
I'd not go A.
I'd probably put it in B.
B is
B.
fine.
It's kind of one of those. There's a lot of good ideas. It's not anything special, but it's enjoyable. And it's Charlie Kaufman wrote it. Charlie Kaufman's now writing about being happy, and that's good for him.
Wow, that is amazing.
Next, okay, Now look at that chunk of the poster. Who does that look like, Dickie? The other two, I get.
Oh, this is 4. This is
Yep.
4.
D.
Yep.
I don't want to put it in D, but I agree it probably is. It's
Aquafina kind of just ruins the whole movie.
that the
I
twist.
forgot she was in it.
Yep, the twist with her character where she betrays him is kind of it's lame, and you can see it coming.
Yeah.
The dads' adventure together is great. The animation is good. The villain sucks.
Yeah.
Viola Davis is a great actor. Miscast or the villain just it's
Terrible
gotta be different.
villain.
Just
not even.
It's
Did
you see
even used her?
I didn't see this one.
okay. Do you agree?
Yeah. Oh, completely.
I don't hate it. I don't think it's horrible, but it's like
It's not up to par.
It's not up to par. Yeah.
It's just not a good time.
I know where the next one goes easily.
S or A?
Yes.
I'm
was
thinking
S.
S for the
I'm
Love
S.
Robot.
S. Hard S.
Yeah.
Now, granted, we are coming right off of the Oscars. I did not see Flo, so I can't speak to that. But
Flo
I thought
is
this
very
was gonna
good.
win.
It was one of those I saw both. They're both good. I think I like Wild Robot just a little better,
Okay.
but they're and Flo winning is great.
I was happy with it. Yeah.
Did you know they made that on Blender?
Not until when he said, I was like, they made that on Blender?
Yep.
Why?
Yeah, great movie. If whoever's still here at this point in the video / audio episode, go watch Flo if you're able to. I think it's on Max.
Yes, I
Okay.
downloaded it for the
Good,
plane.
yeah. Go watch Flo.
Okay. I will consider that.
And we're at the final one. We made it.
Now, this one I did not see.
Okay, no vote.
Yep.
It's
C.
yeah.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
It's
Hard C.
It's got the good things from Captain Underpants in it because of it's Dave Pilkey adaptation, the animation. It's made for people more than half of our, or less than half our age. There we go.
What?
Words.
I'm trying to do
I'm
math
Much
in
less
this to
than
see
half
where
my
you.
age.
I'm doing Dickie math.
I'm
bringing it back!
Bring it back, baby.
It's one of those. It's not made for me. Nothing super great. There's some fun stuff. Kind of loses its main character for most. It kind of isn't about him at all.
It kind of loses my attention.
But at the end of the day, it's not for us.
Yeah.
It's pretty unremarkable.
And if they can make it bad guys too because they made this, then
It's all
one
worth
of those
it.
things.
Go through and recap all of them, or just call it a day.
Because
We don't need to recap. That's
Okay.
what we've been doing for hours.
I got you.
How are we? So as we look at this tier, are we overall
I'm happy.
with it?
the tier list, can you
Yeah.
scroll up?
There.
Yeah, there you go.
A little bit more.
1, 2,
Actually.
3, 4, 5,
I
6.
don't know why it's.
That's a-
Oh, maybe I'm zoomed in. That's why.
That's a.
Oh, so I get all the hate and the ridicule.
Actually, I wasn't zoomed in. You were just scrolled.
Let me have this.
Honestly,
No.
that is I love how diverse that is.
And
It's pretty
this is-
even too.
And I think
Pretty
this
even.
is better than ranking. Ranking, it's just if it's not in the top 10 or the bottom 5, it just doesn't mean as much outside
Right.
of the B line.
You're just nitpicking the middle at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I like how this kind of separates it into groups, and it's like, yeah, we don't agree with every single thing, but when you have 4 people and 49 movies, that's just how it's going to happen.
That's what's fun of it.
And as you see the tail end of these, most of us have only seen once. Some of us haven't seen all of them.
Yeah.
It's time changes them, and rewatches changes them, and some of them that's not the case. I bet you if I watched Ants right now, it would not move. I bet you a rewatch of Puss in Boots could move it for me.
Fair enough.
I mean, if I watched Prince of Egypt, it would still not move.
Yeah, that one for me
So,
would stay.
if my wife, just as a warning for all of you, if my wife ever figures out that I let you put Spirit in anything less than S, she will murder me.
Okay. Bye, Jake.
Can I
Don't
have
tell
your?
her.
Can she murder you after you
I
get
am
your new
gonna go
camera,
work out
and then
with
I
her.
can inherit it, and then ask Dickie how to use it?
I already told you, you get my movies,
Yeah.
but you have to go into the dusty room to get them.
Worth it. Okay.
Nice ranking, or
Yeah.
nice tier.
A little golf clap, or the Dumbledore clap for those of you that are religious. Don't think about it. It's not a joke. It's a nothing. I can't believe I had to spell that out for it.
It's a Jared joke.
It is a Jared joke.
You're best off to just ignore it and laugh at it and ignore it.
Yeah. So thank you for following us along for our DreamWorks tier list. We will now, every time we do a new episode, Alita will be joining us as usual, and we will add to the tier instead of ranking. It shouldn't take as long. We'll discuss what tier we think it belongs in. And of course, the tiers are not ranked. They are just chronological. We all enjoy ourselves.
Can I say something really quick?
Sure.
I won't be here probably for like the next few episodes, maybe next episode, but for the next ones after that, I won't be here. Comment and tell them how much you hate all these rankings, because that'd be fun.
Or comment and tell us how you would rank these movies.
We should be at the main screen about future Jared. Put the main screen on now. I'm going to point like this. This is Dickie's address. I am doxing him on this podcast. So go if you're listening. Go to YouTube. This is where he lives. Right there. Direct all your hate down there.
Just pull a sniper wolf.
Jared, just put his phone number on the screen.
Oh, and that's going to be over here in the corner.
Oh,
by the way, here's his social security number.
Dickie, I dare you to say a number of your social security number right now.
3.
There.
I was going to make a joke about one of your favorite spots to go, but I forgot the name. What's the pieces of dough in the tea? What's that called? Hoopla or something.
Boba?
Boba! I was going to say, here's his favorite boba place, but I couldn't think of the word.
Okay.
Unless you do go to a hoopla shop.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't even, that sounds like a place you go.
Hookah is what he's trying to say.
No, not hookah. I know what hookah is.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what hookah is, but not boba.
Yeah. Hoopla. Hookah is the thing that everyone smokes with the long stuff.
That's also a Jimmy Neutron character from the movie. Hoopla.
Hoopla.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But yeah,
Anyway.
Thank you, Dickie.
Yes.
For joining us again as a
Thank
special guest.
I think as a guest, he should read the socials.
Ooh!
Where's the napkin?
Where
Do
is
you have
it?
a napkin?
Where
When
is
you
it?
clean the room!
Where's the napkin?
I can also know off the top of my head.
No, because they've changed.
Oh, they've changed.
Where's
Yeah.
the napkin go?
It's not just like on
clean
X
the room.
or Twitter, whatever you hell you want
I
to call
know. I don't remember
Instagram.
seeing it.
it. Facebook.
Where did you put it, Jared?
Where's the
Did you
napkin?
throw it away?
Did you throw it away?
Oh no!
Well,
say it real quick.
Okay, so we are on, or they are on, whatever you want to call it, Twitter/X, Instagram, Facebook, all at All Slate Media, right? Is it still All Slate Media?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, are you guys still on TikTok? You doing that?
You pick up the Lost DVDs. And
No,
the
yes
end of
or
the Lost
no?
DVD.
Maybe they might be on TikTok, they might not be. I don't know.
Move the
They're
Lost
very funny
DVD.
TikToks.
Very
Any
funny
more
TikTok.
pods are cast?
Move
Yeah,
over.
Spotify, Apple,
There.
all the good
You're-
stuff.
Holy cats, where is it?
We're on every Spotify, or YouTube. Don't forget YouTube. Check us out. Comment all
The funny
the good stuff.
TikToks.
All Slate Media, baby.
Jared is having an aneurysm.
He's having a meltdown.
That works. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Where is it? It's in the
Oh my
trash.
God, he lost it. It's gone.
It's Jake's fault. He threw the napkins and it got lost in the menu.
It's all gone.
Did you, put it in Jake's
thinking
car or
for the
something
check.
with the stuff that you were carrying out?
No, I bet you Jake.
Found Jared's background.
I said, just go, hey, not.
That's a little much.
Yeah. It was, try it again.
I also thought you were going to be standing a little further back.
Sustain it.
Like that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's stupid. I love it. And I'll do one more. Because I screwed up.
If you were to count how many bottles were in there, how much would you guess?
Dickie does not sing. You laughing at me?
Yeah.
It's tasty
When do I
too,
not laugh
just
at
like
you?
candy.
You are. You keep producing my
Hey,
job now.
can you hand me a couple of them thingies?
If it's not a trifle, throw him a truffle.
Now I have a triple truffle.
A triple truffle trifle?
A trifle of triple truffles.
Hey! I counted to 5.